Hey guys, it's Ivory. Welcome to my channel. So today I am doing this, I have no idea what to call this yet. Comment down below what you think the title should be, and if you like someone else's comment, give it a thumbs up, and I might change the title of this video because I really don't know what to call this yet. But it's just this super colorful Roy G. Biv minus the Biv eye look. Oh god, that's a horrible title. I don't even know how to put this eye look into words. Whatever, you're looking at me, you know what you're coming here for. You saw the thumbnail. This look is what I'm going to be showing you today. Before we get into the video, be sure to subscribe if you haven't already. I post new videos every Wednesdays and Sundays and post occasional bonus videos throughout the week. And while you're here, don't forget to also be following me on my social media. Both my Instagram as well as my Twitter are both _ivorycherry. And without wasting any more time, let's get right into the tutorial. Alright, so I already added concealer to my lid because I did my brows and I used the concealer to carve them out. Without setting it, right on top, I'm using the Urban Decay Primer Potion because I am going in with the James Charles palette, and I find that the shadows blend a lot better if I have a primer that is actually an eye primer down first. Going in with an e.l.f. eye crease brush, I am first going into the shade Daddy, and I am going to stamp that into the socket of my eye, and I'm really just pressing the pigment down because if you just start blending right away, it's gonna look patchy, so you really want to take your time with this color. And usually I like when my eyeshadow is blown out in the outer corner, but for this look, it's gonna be blown out symmetrically from the inside to the outside. Just changing it up, keeping you on your toes. You know how I do. All right, and then once you have like this kind of semicircle down, I'm just gonna buff it a little bit just because I am gonna blow it out slightly. I just want it to fade really nicely, and I just don't want this super harsh line. So I'm just kind of buffing out the outer edges of this semicircle. And then going in with a fluffy brush. This one is from BH Cosmetics. I'm not adding any product. I know it's green, but it's because I use this for the other eye. I'm just gonna take this brush and I'm gonna buff it out even more, and I'm not gonna bring this up very high. I'm just gonna kind of swish it all around and make sure that the fade is even throughout the inside and outside of my eye, and it's not just like super smoky on the outside. Alright, and then once it is blown out and it's the nice fade that you like, I'm gonna take a Q-tip and I'm gonna carve out a lot of my lid and get rid of some of this shadow because I'm gonna cut the crease. And when you add concealer to a shadow, it kind of mixes it and muddies it, so I want to prevent that as much as I can. There's still going to be a little bit of mixing, but it's not going to be as much if I use a Q-tip to clean up what I can. And then once your lid is pretty much bare, I'm going to go in with a flat shader brush, and I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me concealer, and I'm going to cut the crease. So usually I stop right where I feel my eyeball socket is, but today I'm going to go a little bit higher because I don't have a lot of eyelid space, which is very common for people with monolids. Today I just want to pretend that's not true. So I'm actually gonna fake my lid shape, and I'm gonna go higher than normal. So this step is gonna be really slow since I am expanding the square footage of my lids. So I'm gonna map out the shape that I normally do, and this would be pretty much it. And then I'm just gonna take it a step further and like slowly inch out a little bit more. I really hope I explained that well. I'm not so good with the words sometimes. And since my concealer brush is a little bit dry right now, this is when I can do a light sketch of where I want my lid to end so that it matches this side. So as you can see, it's really faint. You can't really see it. Once I am happy with the actual shape and the height of the lid that I created, then I will go in with more concealer and make it more opaque. Because if I start making it opaque right away, and what if I go up too high? You can't undo it. So this is a good way to kind of etch out what exactly you're trying to do. Alright, so after everything is laid down, I'm not setting this by the way, I'm going in with a Morphe M124 brush, and I'm first going into the shade B, and I'm going to pack that onto the inner third of my lid. The shadow is a little bit patchy, so I suggest you use a damp brush, and also you're going to spend a lot of time packing on layer by layer. And this shade is also a little bit chalky, so there's gonna be some fallout with it. So I suggest you do your eyes first. Using the Aisling's organic brush, this is the 389 brush. It is a duo-ended brush. I'm gonna use the flat side and I'm going to dip into the shade 518 and then I'm gonna pack that into my middle third of my eye. And then with the e.l.f. smudge brush, I'm going into both the shade Rusted as well as You're Kidding. And that is gonna go on the outer corner. And now that all the colors are down, I'm just gonna use this time to blend everything together. So I'm taking the brush that we used for the red and we're kind of just letting it bleed into the orange. And then I'm gonna take the brush that we used for the orange and I'm gonna let that bleed into the yellow. So all the mattes are down, but these are actually just a base because I am gonna go in with their respective colors, but in metallic or shimmer form. So first I'm going in with the Morphe x Jaclyn Hill Vault Collection. This is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. And with a damp Morphe M124 brush, I am first going into the shade Coin. I didn't want like a gold metallic. I wanted a yellow one. So Coin is the closest thing to that. And I'm gonna apply that right on top of B. And then on top of this orange, I'm actually gonna go in with a different palette of hers. This is the Ring the Alarm palette. I'm gonna go into the shade Lolly. It is orange, but it has flecks of gold in it, which I think would look really nice because it kind of like melts in with the gold that I already just laid down. And I'm gonna lay that right on top of 518. I know it seems like I'm doing a lot for this look, but that's only because I'm doing a lot for this look. That's all I can say. It is a little extra. I'm going into like 3 palettes just to achieve this. I can guarantee you that on a day-to-day, I do not go through this much work for an eye look. All right, and then with the same palette, I'm gonna go in with an e.l.f. smudge brush and I'm gonna go into the shade Bomb Ass and I'm gonna apply that right on top of this red. Okay, and now all the shimmers are laid down. I'm just gonna take this time to also blend in everything and make sure that everything's fading into one another. Okay, and then I'm gonna add on a wing. For the wing, I'm using the Maybelline Eye Studio Gel Liner. I've had this for so long and it's kind of dried up, and I read a pro tip that if your gel liner is dried up, do not microwave it. Some people say to do that. Don't do that. What I did is you add a little bit of your setting spray, just 1 squirt is all you need, and it will revive it. And I already did it on this eye and it worked perfectly. So don't be buying new gel liners. You don't need to do that. All right, so I went ahead and did the rest of my base off of camera just because today I want to focus only on the eyeshadow. I asked you guys on Instagram if you would like me to include the base. Most of you said yes, but there were a couple of you that said no, I want you to skip it. So I want to accommodate everybody. Most of the times I'm going to include my base, but to balance it out, there are going to be times like this video where I'm just going to do the eyes and focus only on that. I want to do the best I can to appease everybody. But as you know, or maybe you don't know if you're new, all of the products that I use are in the description box below. So if you are curious about anything that I am using, it will all be there. I'm gonna go in with an e.l.f. eyeliner brush and I'm gonna go back into the shade Daddy and I'm gonna tightline my lower lash line and I'm gonna connect the top with the bottom. And then with the other end of the Aisling organic brush, I am going to mix in both Daddy as well as Social Blade. I'm gonna tap off the excess and then just smoke out this color. All right, for the waterline, I'm gonna go in with the Rimmel London Soft Kohl eyeliner. This is a pure white liner. I'm just gonna add that into my waterline because I want it to look extra big. And then for my lower lashes, I'm using the Eyeko Lash Alert Mascara. I really like the wand of this because it's really small, so I don't have to worry about bumping my lower lash line as much. And if you can see, there's a curve to it, and that is really nice for my top lashes, like adding a little bit of lift to them. And this is the final look, guys. I hope that you enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to like it and feel free to comment down below what other types of videos you'd like to see from me. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!